Alright, time for another game, and this one is called Defragged. And I mean, just from first view and on the itch page, it looks like a very coherent art style and well executed at that. It looks good, basically, and just one little thing, well, it doesn't really so much matter because it doesn't seem to happen too much. CPU says 1% there. I don't know if it started at 0 or 1%. But it's always nice if you sort of get a landing screen first with a title and stuff like that, and a little bit of background music, at least for us to record, so we can set things up and know that everything is as it should be. But yeah, so we need to clean up 4 fragmented blocks in this partition. Computer-esque environment. With various dirty bits. But I think if I do this, yeah, I also know what that means. That, okay, that's my compass. Alright. No real... Okay, and for what I am... Except, I mean, I am walking. The perspective seems good. Like, a decent amount of the tile you're on and everything. And hold to run. And it queues up. Or sorry, it queues up a turn. It doesn't queue up if I double tap forward. Now some people would get upset with that. Is this a block? Hopefully. So maybe that was sort of, you start outside the city and now we're entering a level here or something like that. Maybe not. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Nothing. Did I do anything here? I was gonna say it was quite far to walk. I understand why it needed to be that far for the cityscape to come into its own right. Okay, yeah, now I understand. Maybe I could have seen from distance. This here is defragged while all other blocks are in order. Sense. Very much sense. A cool idea. Can I get into it here? And I mean, you walk decently fast and you have this press forward to hold forward, and it continues to run forward. I'm just wondering that maybe, at least for this open area where you walk quite fast, that it could also progressively shorten the animation or something like that to make it a little bit less tedious to just get to where you need to go. Okay, so we go up to the top. I'm not sure if there's a smart way to do that, except just not fight it. And now it's... I mean, it was cool and everything, but I don't know... Is there, by the way... I didn't say anything now, there's no free looking. Which camera, I mean. Okay, but at least it doesn't allow me to go over edges I'm not allowed to go over, so that's good. What? It feels like here is a bit down, but I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. Help. I think, or maybe this. Is this then health? Okay. So I took health when I was almost full health, and then I think so. Okay. Just testing now. Shooting speed. Cursor away. It doesn't matter if I spam or not. So that, okay, so that, I need to, it's easy to think I should just stay there. Okay, and you can actually shoot them. They seem to move so fast from the beginning. It seemed like there was no strategy to it, other than just stand and take it. But it also seems quite important to not get stuck clearing the level while you're on the thing there, because then you don't, or elevator, I suppose is the word for it, because then you don't get to go around and look for heals, basically. I'm wondering if all levels start in the same direction or not. Maybe. Maybe not. Also now at their damage. I wonder if CPU 1%. I mean, in a way, CPU. Okay, so we cleared it like that. My first thought would have been that CPU 1%. It feels inverted, like it should be 100 and going down, or maybe I'm confused. And also not, even if, so if we're talking damage, okay, here's something I should not be still just talking. So calling it damage, the 1%, then it shouldn't it just go down to 0? Why do we have to have 1% damage? Oh, it doesn't seem it in the system. It's a bit like cheating. I wonder if you can clear the other levels as well. Like, we're imagining we're going there next. Clear it beforehand. I also figured out that you need to back into those. Because they all look the same direction. Which, I don't know, I mean, it felt a bit unfair before I realized it, so I think it's good that it is like that. It is a bit of an, I wonder if you could sort of work on it a little bit more, because it is interesting that you sort of have to, it's a bad position to keep standing on the elevator, and when the level looks like this, it's also, of course, a little bit worse than, or suboptimal to stand like we are now, because I cannot strafe. I will take damage if I face with an enemy. And it's an interesting mechanic that you have to go down and then you should rush out to the level. Alright, so I'm gonna try something. Maybe I should. I don't want to get hurt. I'll try something, alright. I have 1% health. Let me see. So that would probably also be nice if you don't consume health when you're fully healed up. But like this, rushing out, I think that's when it works the best. Like taking a bit of risk there. This is. And that's something else. I wonder if... Oh, that's a key card maybe? It looks like there was a key card on... Right. Best strategy for these is just... This should open this one, right? Maybe it wasn't at all related to that. But yeah, forcing the player to sort of rush out on each level and then just deal with the things a bit hectic-like feels like the most fun way to play this. I wonder if you could lean further into that. What are the mechanics to do that? Part of it you obviously already have. Or evil and not just looking at grid, I feel like. But not respecting the rules. Yeah. I mean, one way would, of course, but I'm wondering if that's too easy to not have it as predictable. It isn't. Now it is predictable that you always need to go out the same way, and if it was going out different ways, maybe that actually forces you as a player to take a bit more risks and get into the level. And have more fun that way. But that is, I almost did the bad thing there. The aesthetics, fantastic, and I mean they're simple, but they are fantastic. And there's something intriguing with the combat. Still with an iteration or two on, well, maybe a bit with the layout of the floors. I think sort of said that they were automatically generated, but if they are, then obviously they have a rule of, like, we always in this building start in this direction. Maybe the rule should actually be the other way around. Never start in the same direction. I also like that it's it really feels like, oh no, you're about to die when you are hit, like I was being cornered there. But it's not as bad as it feels, which is, I think, the best trick. What does this mean? This probably is a grenade, right? Okay, it is a grenade. sense to be a grenade. Here you are, friend. Can you just decide on the room you're comfortable? Alright, so we've defragged all these outer houses here. Since these are larger, it sort of feels like when I'm standing here, that should hit. Like if it flies through the outer shredder bits. Like how it's... Is this the last defragged house? I think it says something about 4. But I don't know. But then one thing that is really good, I think, is that many times, I mean, it's a known problem for real-time combat in dungeon crawlers, that you can sort of dance around and be vulnerable, and it starts to feel boring. But I think mostly it is sort of slowed up by how much you have to dance in this one. Like, it's intentional and it's balanced around it. And to me, it does feel good. I don't like that. It felt like I was going to die there, but it still just didn't even hurt me much. Up and make sure I don't die. Get the sound of one of those. Smart. Left somewhere. You guys are scarier than you should be. Again, good stuff. Where are you? Oh, this is the mothership? And I feel like, like, how do I even, maybe if no, it crashed. It crashed on me. Yeah. I think this is the last fight or boss. So I was a bit confused by this boss, I should say. Maybe because I started so far away that it I couldn't really hit it, I think. Or I could hit it and just tank it, and that felt wrong. No, it is actually still playing, but really, I don't know. Let's just do this so it crashes in this screen or the recording. I think that was the end. I'm just gonna say I would have beat it somehow with getting closer. But yeah, it felt like it moved so fast, at least distance that I was, that I had no real way of. Well, I needed to close the distance, but that was really hard. I don't know if it always spawns at the same distance, but my plan there was to use buildings as covers to force us closer, so I had a bit of a chance. But then the game crashed going into the building. I think that was what happened. No other. But overall, I think this was a really good game. I enjoyed it. I think it worked very well with this dance around enemies type of battling real time. It really leaned into it. It really leaned into its aesthetics and the setting. And I did enjoy playing it quite. The small thing would be how to exploit and build more upon what his strengths are, as I tried to just think about during play. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. So thank you very much for the game.